Hey, he say you all about money. Yeah, I'm on that cash shit. I'm in my bag, bitch. I'm on your ass.
What's up, everybody? I hope your summer is going well. This video is long overdue. What to expect when you're on your first cruise. So I went on a cruise a few weeks ago. Now I flew from Detroit to Puerto Rico. I stayed a day in Puerto Rico, and then that following morning I waited to get on the cruise ship. When you're trying to get on a cruise, it's just like going to the airport. You have to go through security checkpoints. They have to make sure that you're legit. They have to make sure that you don't bring any dangerous items, no hazardous items. Everything has to be clean. So after you get through all your security checkpoints, they will give you a ID badge. Your ID badge is like your license, your social security card, your passport, everything. You need this so you don't lose it. So whenever you get off the cruise ship, they will scan your badge. When you get off, they will scan your badge when you get back on the cruise ship. The cruise itself was absolutely amazing. I docked on Carnival Fascination. Carnival Fascination was a wonderful cruise. I learned that I did and still don't like cruises. I don't like being nauseous. I never like being nauseous, but it's a different type of feeling when you're on water, on the ocean, on the cruise ship, and it's constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down. And people are shocked when I say that I don't like being on a cruise ship. They didn't have the same experience that I had. The room itself, there were 3 people in the room. There was one separate bed that was against the window, and there was a bunk bed. So I slept at the top, and my friend slept at the bottom, and my other friend slept by the window. There was a TV. It was a nice small room. We wasn't gonna be in the room unless, just to sleep. The bathroom was very small. The food, there's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So breakfast started at 6 and ended probably at 10:30, maybe 10. There was breakfast burritos, omelets. The omelets were delicious. Grits, eggs, bacon. They were stingy on the bacon. Waffles. Let's see what else they had. They had fresh fruit. Breakfast was good. Hash browns. The hash browns were absolutely delicious. The first morning, I had at least 3 or 4 because I was nauseous that night. So out of the 7 days, I became nauseous twice. And first night I was nauseous, and I'm gonna say the 4th night I was nauseous. So what they recommend people to do, if you do not have a plan B, C, or D, don't worry, don't get stressed out. Carnival Fascination had a medical center. So we went to the medical center and they gave us pills that worked. They were $1 each. I believe everything that at the medical center maybe was $1. It started off at $1. And they worked, so I bought probably 3 or 4 of them. And then the 4th night, I couldn't take it. I never vomited, but this nausea was a whole nother monster. Wow, your car is raggedy. It was a whole nother monster. So we didn't even go to the medical center. We ended up buying more pills at the help desk, like the front desk. And then they suggested, oh, well, you can go buy these bands. So went to go buy these bands. These are the bands. They worked wonders. And all you do is place them on the inside of your arm like this. And it helped tremendously. This was the 4th day. I had enough at the 4th day. Yeah, I was ready to go after the 3rd day. So lunch was served around 11 up until probably 3, 4 o'clock, maybe 5. And then it was dinner time. Now, what they served for lunch was very good. They had fresh hamburgers with the fries, and they had burritos. Those burritos were so good. Tacos. They had salads. The cakes were, I didn't care for the cakes, but they had like large cakes just sitting on a table, large table, and they would slice as many slices as you wanted. The pizza was good. They served pizza up until like 3 in the morning, and I had that almost every day. And yeah, you can't mess up pizza. They had subs. They had almost everything that you could think of. After like the 4th day, I got tired of eating the same food. It was a consistent pattern, so it wasn't a switch up. Now for dinner, there was a switch up. The first night we didn't really eat because we were nauseous, and the second night they had a different menu, so it switched every other day, so the menu wasn't the same. Now when you're at dinner, you have to get dressed up. It's a 4-course meal. You got your bread, you got your salad, your soup, your food, and your dessert. And after dinner, you can take photos. And so they had like at least 5 or 6 areas where you can take a picture at. Now you do have to pay for these pictures. Now I'm gonna tell you a secret what you can do. What we did was we took the pictures that night. The following day they put the pictures up at a particular time, and all we did was we were discreet about it. We were taking pictures of our pictures that we took the following that following night. But they will stop you and tell you cannot take pictures with your phone. You had to pay for them. So you got to be discreet about it. You got to know the ins and outs and how to be secretive about taking your pictures that you took. No matter what cruise line you are with, your badge will be scanned every time you get off the cruise ship and when you get back on. They give you a particular time you have to be back. Now they give you like 8 hours in between time. You can do excursions. Be aware of how much money you want to spend when you are not on a cruise ship. Be aware of how much money you have in your pockets. Make sure you do not have a lot of stuff in your pockets. Yeah, people will try to get you to do every single thing. Come. No. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Y'all charging me too much. Oh yeah, they don't have a problem talking about you in your face either. They're like, oh, you want to do this and that. Oh, they'll tell their friend too. Oh, she wants to do this for this much and our prices is too expensive. Yeah, so just, hey, look, we don't have no shame in our game to tell people that it's too expensive. So if you're too nice, just say no. But we're trying to, bargain with people. You got to learn how to bargain with people. If you don't want to bargain, just keep it pushing. This is what you expect on a 7-day cruise. I would do a 3-day cruise most definitely, for sure. I would definitely do a 3-day cruise. 5 days is pushing it. I don't like being sick. I don't like being nauseous. I love my food, and if I can't keep my food down, we have a problem. I don't like the waves. It's going up. This is what you're doing when you're laying down. This is what you're doing when you're standing up. This is what you're doing when you're sitting down. This is what you're doing every day. 7 days. Up and down, up and down. Unless you're docked, then you're straight. If you're not docked, you're doing this every day. The second time I got nauseous, that 4th day, it was absolutely terrible. Nobody was at dinner. It was probably less than 25 people at dinner. So that tells you that everybody felt it. The captain was running late. I'm telling you, he was running late. So he put the pedal to the metal and was like, we speeding it to the top, to the fullest, and we gonna get there on time, because nobody was at dinner. It was terrible, and everybody had on those bands. They had the bands on. These bands are no joke. They help. They had these bands on. Everybody had these bands on. They had them on. It's not all right, but I'm telling you, I don't like cruises. So that is it for this car chronicle. What to expect when you are on your first cruise. So if you have any suggestions on the next cruise that I'm going to be taking next year, help me. Yes, struggle is real.